let's get to it, boys. Welcome back, everybody, for the week 7 Heat Check. I think it's week 7. I kind of have lost track of everything, what with all of the various, like, Eagles and Steelers Thursday games and Monday games and shit. I don't know really what week it is. It's somewhere between 6 and 9, though. So, whatever, week 69 or 6-7, as the children are saying nowadays. 6-7. We've heard from Dion, who is here scrambling to prepare the Funhouse for opening on this lovely Sunday afternoon. It's a very lovely Sunday afternoon, for that matter. With me also is two-time defending champion Clayton. How you doing, Clayton?
I'm okay. We won't be saying that for too much longer.
Well, we have to say it at least until December.
Watching a lackluster London game currently, and the league's probably a little happier about this, but my team name is no longer the Dire Funksters.
I saw that. You're really tearing things down to the studs.
Well, my inevitable loss coming to Buka this week, which will happen, thanks to his number one pick, Jamar Chase, pulling through with 38 fantasy points.
Oh, yeah.
I will probably be in the punishment watch after this week.
Well, I mean, you were last week, albeit tied with 4 other people.
Yeah, I'm going to be more solidified with that now.
Well, we'll see. That's a good call to check in around the league for the standings, where it appears that Dion is still leading the Funhouse division, the record of 5-1, but with several 4-2s right behind him.
Yeah.
And Migz staying strong, undefeated so far at the top of the Soto Sansi division.
Can I just add in that I was just looking at Mig's team with Dion, and Migz, the Bubble Guts bench is better than my starting lineup.
He'll be tough to beat, which is what I'm trying to do this week.
Yeah.
As we were talking a little bit before we started airing, I'm currently, as we record this, projected to win, but major asterisk is because Migz had the Steelers defense in, which gave up so much shit on Thursday that they currently have a -2. So that's a phantom 2-point deficit. And DK Metcalf, who slightly underperformed with 8 points, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna really think this one's over until it's over. I mean, the game we're currently watching right now has 5 minutes left in it, and Kyren Williams is underperforming by a few points as well. So
he's matching DK Metcalf.
Yeah. So that, I think that comes out in the wash. Migz has 2 more points than he thinks he does, and well, we'll see how the rest of this goes. My strange triple-headed. Oh, and who's on my bench there? Oh yeah, Matt Stafford.
By the way, I owe you £1.
Oh.
Mr. Commissioner, Dano and I are heavily awaiting that $10 from Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, the treasurer. Yes.
I need that for Christmas money. It's coming in like 9 weeks.
Yeah. I'm going to have to cut down on my Juul usage if I don't get that money. Speaking, as we were last week, of injuries and the comment I just made, Clayton, you have some research that you've done.
Oh, yeah, let me pull that up. So what I was looking for was any data that I could find with injuries this year compared to other years. And unfortunately, there is no sufficient data yet on this year, but I did find an article from SIC, which is SIC. They are the Sports Injury Central, and they published it in June of this year, the most injured teams from last year. So I thought I'd share that with you. I know that we all thought that the Lions and Niners had a lot of injuries. Well, one of those teams is not in the top 5. So the number 1 injured team of last year was actually the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh.
They had a lot of injuries on the lines, obviously, and their rookie running back Brooks last year spent most of the year injured. Number 2, actually, and we've heard of this Dion last year, is the San Francisco 49ers. They obviously had McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Purcell, and of course several defensive players hurt. Number 3 was the New England Patriots. A lot of line injuries. 4 was the New Orleans Saints. Pretty much the same deal there. And number 5, Buka, was your Miami Dolphins. But the Detroit Lions are not in the top 5, which surprised me.
I think all these
Probably
teams
look
play
bad.
on grass in their home stadioms, but like if they all had to go to the Meadowlands twice or something like that,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Levi Stadium might as well be metal.
Have most of those injuries happened in home games?
Probably, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know exactly 100%, but for sure, definitely occurred a lot of injuries for the 49ers again. But this week, I'm excited to see what happens. I picked up Luke McCaffrey because Terry McLaurin and Deebo are both out.
Yep.
So I will be starting the brothers McCaffrey.
That's fun. I'm not sure if we've ever had, because all the brothers in this game like all play on defense.
yeah.
Yeah, typically. Yeah.
So that's a
Or
tough
like
one to get to
together,
do.
yeah. So it'll be cool to see one brother at wide receiver and the other one at running back.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
All right, go Team McCaffrey. Probably behooves us then to take a look here at the punishment watch.
It's official.
Ooh. Yes.
You suck.
Well, Clayton, as you mentioned, we have kind of a glut. As anybody who listened to the podcast last week heard, the Don Cherleone was riding very high on his victory over Nick Baranowski. So now he and Nick have the same record. And they have the same record at 1-5, and behind them, you, Clayton, and 3 other people, Mark, Rob, and Buka, are all tied at 2-4.
Yeah, I told Buka this is kind of like an early playoff game for us to stay out of the punishment watch.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, Jamar Chase has put me far behind. I have a huge task to try and win this week. And a 141 projection to 107 isn't looking great, but we'll see what happens.
It's very unfortunate that you happened to run into his nuclear performance on Thursday against the Steelers.
You should have taken Dick Butkus and not Jamar Chase, Buka.
Let's just the housekeeping there. I believe is at 1-5 and in the lead. There's Lorenzo, who had stay, as we've talked about. Nick is doing heat ones. Book is doing the Waffle House. Clay, you're doing heat ones. Mark is doing King's Courses. And I think Rob is also doing Waffle House. So it's a nice varied spread of punishments in it. That's, by the way, that all 6 of you would be in the toilet bowl of it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know that the Halloween's coming up real quick, but I believe our trade deadline is the games before Thanksgiving week, correct?
Yeah, I want to say it is like November 14th or something like that. Let me just see here.
There have been no trades yet. I'm just hinting. Brock Bowers is available.
The trade deadline is week 10. So,
3 weeks left.
as again I said, I'm like, I don't remember what week it is, so I'm going to have to go to NFL and cheat. So week 10, yes. Week 10 is from November 5th to the 11th. So trades must be resolved prior to the start of the Thursday games in week 11, I think is how that works. But if you're serious about making a trade, I probably wouldn't wait that long.
So on or around that time, I will get together the keeper list and we'll do the keeper segment.
Yeah, I'd say like whatever episode we do around Halloween would probably be a good time for that. Or wait, I'm sorry, did you say keeper or potential
Keepers.
trades?
Keepers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could do the potential trades. I'll put that together this week.
All right.
Not that anybody's trading, but you know.
Well, you never know. Like your trade segment has caused trades to happen in the past. Clayton, is there before we roll out of here, is there anything you'd like to say on the subject of fantasy football, or indeed anything else?
No, the belt's still looking shiny over there. I'm going to enjoy it these last, 9-10 weeks or whatever.
Yep.
Until we get our new champion.
I hope it's the number one fuckboy, so that I can go and give
How's
those
he
engraving
doing?
instructions.
Where's he at?
Or if it's me, I will actually take that belt into like pro wrestling engagements that I have,
Oh, fuckboy's
and
at the
I'll
bottom.
insist on being introduced as the 2025 Super Funhouse Fantasy 2 champion.
Well, Dion has expressed to me that he has never won a fantasy league, and he has the overall best record in the franchise of us being on Sleeper.
Yeah.
So Dion's up there, but he's a little worried about Migz. I always said that you and Dion are always put together a solid team and are always in the playoffs. Just can't get off over the playoff hump.
Yeah, we're like the who's the best team that never won a Super Bowl? Like best franchise that's never won a Super Bowl.
Maybe the Bills? I would put the Bills in that range. They've been to a bunch, but they haven't been able to seal the deal.
They're certainly in the conversation, and they've had two teams that would be considered dynastic, but for a couple of minor circumstance changes. That's probably a pretty good one. I'm sorry.
Currently, I would say the Lions, but that's with recent success.
Right, they haven't. I mean, even in Barry Sanders' day, like I'm not even sure how often they made the playoffs back
Yeah.
then.
No.
And I was thinking about the Falcons. Like the Falcons have had some periods of being terrible, but like have usually been like middling to pretty good. Went to 2 Super Bowls, maybe 3. At least 2 that I can think of. There was the one against the Elway
Denver,
Broncos,
yeah.
and then there was the one against the Patriots, of course.
Which that's the game that when you're up 28-3 at halftime, you find anything and everything to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, we'll let that be on you, the listener, to consider. Possibly do statistical research and sound off in the comments, calling us morons for having overlooked the obvious choice of the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know. I'm just trying to get some fucking fire going here. Anyway, all right. I see it's nearing time of kickoff, and I have to go get my irritating sound bars set up together. So with that, I'd like to thank Dion, who is not in earshot, for having us, and Clayton, thanks for coming out and shooting the shit this morning. And to you, the listener, thank you for listening. Good luck in the games, and we'll see you